this. Maybe it means something. It must do.
This is what the Boulevard de Stalingrad looked like not too long ago. And now it looks like this. It has been given a thorough redesign and now boasts a wide cycle path on each side of the street. Hi, I'm Sloetti Spaghetti.
And I'm Vera.
And we're passing through here whilst touring the west of France on our bikes. And if we would have come any earlier, this would have resembled much of the rest of the city, a large construction site. In fact, at the time of recording, work here is still in progress and the final touches have yet to be done. The installation of traffic lights, for example. Nantes is growing at a fast pace and is under major development. And improving the cycling infrastructure is part of that move to change the face of the city and, indeed, the metropolitan area. It's all part of a master plan called Grande Voie Vélo, or GVV for short. In this video, we'd like to give you some insight onto what's going on, what alphabet soup has to do with this, and why this is important news for bike travelers from all over, meaning you. We're now out here on the Boulevard Mendès-France on the northern periphery of the metropolitan area, about 6 kilometers away from the center. It was quite an adventure getting out here, and my heart is still thumping from the adrenaline kick. This bike path has just been handed over to cyclists about 2 months ago. Not only does it now provide a safe route along a busy 750-meter long section of road, this new two-way cycle route connects the existing paths between the Bois Raguenet and Petit Moulin roundabouts, thus ensuring that cyclists can move comfortably and safely between the town of Eurovelo and Le Cardo, which is a lovely greenway that looks like an old railway line, so this route doubles as a recreational route as well. And, more specifically, it will be an integral part of the Grande Voie Vélo H and I. But let's see if we can get a quieter path back into the centre so that we can show you what that is all about. On the other hand, you can't help but notice how deserted this path is. We're sure it'll become more popular in the future when people discover it, but for the moment, the lettered navigation system seems to resemble alphabet soup. And also, it doesn't seem to be common knowledge. So as you can see, there are already multiple bike paths that exist. The trouble is how to find them. And this is where the alphabet soup comes into play. Each of the letters A through I stand for 9 major routes that lead through the metropolitan area. Whether this is a good system or not is open to debate. Unfortunately, the orientation is restricted to painted surface markings, which are difficult to keep in good nick. But most importantly, the markings should be easy to identify and be consistent. However, we struggled to follow any of the routes and were astounded that they were completely absent from the redesigned and newly opened cycle paths. Finding them was pure luck, even though they should have been completed according to the website of the Transportation Department. And also, they should be promoted so that people are aware of what they represent. If you recognize this marking, have you ever seen this before?
No. No.
If you recognize this.
No.
You've never seen this before?
No, never.
Okay. Have you any idea what that could mean?
Maybe it means like the green line of Nantes, or B. What is B? I don't know. It's a bus station.
I wanted to ask you if you recognize this marking.
Okay, yes.
Do you recognize that?
Yes.
Do you know what that is for?
It's for not a long time. This mark is on the floor. I think it's for the bicycle to see where we can go. But
Okay.
I don't know very well.
If locals don't know what the letters mean, tourists like us will certainly be at a loss. But one of the main purposes of these routes is to connect and access the major tourist routes like the Eurovelo 1, Eurovelo 6, and various greenways and velo routes that pass by Nantes. And As Nantes is an important hub for bike travellers from all over, let's see if the Tourist Information Office can give us any further advice.
Do you know what they are?
Actually, I don't know what this line. This was it on a cycling path or?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw also an E and a C and an A. I saw the.
I don't know. Was the cycling line ending and maybe the bus lane was there or no?
No.
Because might be saying bus or I don't know. Because some at times the cycle lane are mixed with the bus lane, so it's you can get quite confused. But for this
You
letter,
don't know
I don't
that.
know. Yeah, I don't know what the letters. Maybe it means something. It must do mean something, but
It means
I don't
something. Can you explain what the GVV is?
yeah. It's one yeah, I know this. I know this because I don't live in the city center. I live more on the west, going toward the west there. And they're constructing like big cycling lanes for bikes so that people can go from one big city to another only by bikes. I know this, but I know it's not going to be. I think it's going to take maybe a year more or something. It's not. It's still under construction, so not yet. But well, just so we wait and then we'll be able to enjoy it fully.
Do you think bicycle travelers will also be able to profit from this new scheme that will?
Oh yeah, totally. I think it's the purpose of it. Because I don't know, but I think don't want to be too proud of my city that it's. But I think Nantes is like one of the cities that intends to build and create many bike routes and cycle lanes and stuff compared to other cities in the region, like I don't know, like Angers or even Bordeaux or other cities in the west of France, for instance. I know Nantes, they have this big project to build cycling lanes everywhere, going to the coast, so that people that live in Nantes can go to the coast just by bike, or even for families, it's great. But I think travelers, yeah. But we already have 3-4 routes, I think, that cross Nantes that are very famous. So yeah, just keep on adding more to it, and then yeah, we love bike travelers.
Well, that was very welcoming. Off camera, Luca from the tourist office explained how he also personally is excited to see how the city is changing and how he relies on a bike for getting around. And despite all the construction, people are really enjoying getting out on their bikes, even though the transformation has just begun. So people are already noticing the difference, and it's giving Nantes a great vibe.
I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yeah.
That's nice. Cycling makes you happy, right? Okay,
But it's great for me.
okay.
I like that.
You can see the progress.
Yeah,
And are you benefiting from that?
a lot.
It's like every day in Nantes.
And yet, some people are still very critical.
Just when I passed here, the roads for cars, are very full. And as you can see everywhere, there are cars which are stuck. And if we had more cycling person, it will be more fluent, and more than that, I think it's beneficial for the environment.
Transforming a city is a long and tedious political process. To be successful, the city has to stay focused and consistent in achieving their goals. A sudden shift in the political landscape and things can go in another direction. The city's current mayor, Johanna Roland, has been in office since 2014 and has dedicated much of her energy into rebuilding the city. But with the next elections around the corner, local advocacy groups like Eurovelo are playing an important role in overseeing the city's efforts. And although promoting cycling in a large city just may seem like common sense, pressure is always needed. The reality is that Nantes was already off to a good start and was even host to the VeloCity conference and receiving awards back in 2015. But then progress stalled. So we talked to Jeff, treasurer and board member of Eurovelo, on what happened.
Well, it's hard to know exactly what the result of the conference was, but at the time when that conference happened, I thought, oh, this is going to be great because it's going to push cycling. And it didn't. It was just a big sort of nothing with lots of hot air. it was around the time that we got this that Copenhagen I said that we were the 7th or something best cycling city in the world. And when you looked at what they wrote, it was clear that they were focusing a lot on the promise. And 2 years later, they dropped us quite a bit in the ratings before dropping us completely out of the list because we didn't follow on. We didn't keep developing. The current mayor does a really good job and had been doing a good job. She was reelected. And one of the few points where she wasn't doing such a good job was on the cycle network, that she had promised hundreds of kilometers of cycleways. And we realized that we really need to be more specific because we got hundreds of kilometers of rubbish. And we got hundreds of kilometers of paint and cycle and bands on the side of roads, but not proper bike paths.
Notre objectif, c'est clairement de donner les moyens de développer la pratique du vélo sur les 24 communes de la métropole.
Would this master plan be a game changer for Nantes?
It already is, and it's going to become more so as the rest of these bike lanes get delivered.
Some of the cycling infrastructure is bold, even innovative if you look at the Cours des 50 Otages, where a generous cycle path has been installed in the middle of the street. This solution is often seen in Spain, but in France it's uncommon. And the way it's been made, entering and exiting into roundabouts at a spot where no driver would expect a bicycle, makes it dangerous and confusing. And the confusion was made worse where there were roadworks, with nobody really knowing how to behave.
It'd be quite difficult or non-obvious, right? I mean, there are places where even I know the system and I know in principle where these things are, but I'm just cycling and the infrastructure tells me go this way. And suddenly I see that there's this bike lane to my left that I don't know how to get onto because I would have had to do something prior at a point where it wasn't obvious.
The way it sounds like you would also have to have an educational program to support the new infrastructure.
Yeah, you do. You need to tell people about it.
What is your take on the lettered markings they've been painting on the street surfaces?
It's a good idea. Too often, even on a bright sunny day, you don't see this horizontal, we call them horizontal markings and vertical markings in French, so it infects my English. But too often these horizontal markings you don't see until you're on top of them. And that's assuming that it's a bright sunny day and there are too many cyclists. But imagine this concept I have called design for failure, which is that you design something that's great, but if by chance it succeeds, it doesn't have the capacity and it'll fail because suddenly you don't have the capacity. And to my mind, this is also a design for failure in the sense that if people start using these bike lanes in large number, you won't be able to see that marking because there'll be a bicycle in front of you. There's a piece of it that you don't see yet, which is that there's going to be these vertical panels that are, I think, 50 or 60 centimeters wide and 2 meters tall that show the maps and show where this thing's going and gives the next metro style, says you're at this stop and these were the stops prior and this is the stops coming up.
How long have you been living in Nantes now?
About 20 years.
20 years. Over the course of those 20 years, how has cycling changed or has it increased?
Oh, it's definitely increased.
Nantes is certainly a beautiful city and well worth stopping for on your bike travels. We'd certainly return given the chance and would hope the city is successful in transforming its mobility, making it safer and more attractive to get around by bike and reducing noise and pollution at the same time. No doubt, it will make Nantes even more attractive to live in, so expect rising real estate prices, but of course, that's another story for another video. So what's your take on cycling in Nantes? Does this sound promising? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, we're going to be heading off along the Loire on the Eurovelo 6, along a stretch we've never cycled before. So we're excited to see what lays ahead. Please give the video a like if this appealed to you and subscribe if you enjoy cycling like we do and would like more first-hand insights. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.
Happy cycling!
Au revoir!